Members of the House Interim Committee on Government Oversight and Accountability met to investigate the failed Mamtek plant in Moberly. The plant was intended to produce a Chinese artificial sweetener and bring more than 600 jobs to Moberly. The city of Moberly used its own credit rating to secure more than $35 million worth of bonds to fund the massive project. However, the project came to a sudden halt in September of 2011 when Mamtek didn't make its $3 million bond payment to Moberly. As the bonds went into default, questions were asked about Mamtek and whether the company actually existed. As the committee investigated the failed Moberly plant, they discovered several warning signs regarding the project. The committee discovered several emails indicating the sister plant in China never actually produced an artificial sweetener.
We have a Chinese translated document from Google Translate which states that as of December 15, 2009, it appeared there was no plant in this province where it was claimed there was a plant. That's only months before Mamtek came to the state of Missouri.
Despite being eligible for more than $17 million in tax credits, the state hasn't paid out 1 cent of taxpayer resources to the failed plant because the tax credits hinge on the company creating jobs. Several members of the committee claim the Department of Economic Development should have done more to protect Moberly.
As well as being Moberly taxpayers, they're also state taxpayers, and I believe the state has some obligation also to them in their role as issuers. I believe that is because you guys have greater skill and knowledge.
Currently, the partially constructed plant sits on the north side of Moberly, where millions of dollars of custom-built machinery sits unprotected from the elements. Despite everyone involved in the process passing blame on someone else, Moberly's representative doesn't take the bait.
I'm not convinced that at this point there's anyone to blame. This could, when it's all said and done, very simply be a company failure.
As the investigation moves forward, Asbury hopes it will wrap up in a timely fashion because he worries it will cast a negative light on Moberly.
These investigations, though they're obviously required and necessary, have put a damper on companies coming in that could potentially fill that location. So with that in mind, a renewed focus on getting that plant filled with somebody that will bring in jobs is certainly a priority at this time.
This is something where we have an asset ready to be taken over by a company to create jobs here, and we need to go sell it.
The committee plans to meet several times during the upcoming legislative session to continue its investigation. Reporting from the state capitol, I'm Jonathan Lorenz.